friends. Today's story is The Penguin Who Wanted to Fly. Our penguin's name is Flip Flop, and I want you to think about some of the ways that he tries to fly. What does he do to try and fly? The Penguin Who Wanted to Fly by Catherine Veggs. Flip Flop sat on his favorite thinking rock and looked up at the sky. Flip Flop stood up. He looked down at his wings and flapped them. Nothing happened. Flip Flop couldn't fly. He does not look happy. Poor Flip Flop. That night, Flip Flop had a dream. He dreamed he was flying. It was so quiet and peaceful up there in the starry sky. The next morning, Flip Flop had an idea. He would make himself some wings. "Can I help?" asked Polar Bear. Flip Flop climbed on top of Polar Bear and flapped his wings. Flip, flap. Flop. "Oops," said Flip Flop, but it didn't matter. Flip Flop had another idea. "Just the thing," said Flip Flop as he pulled out his special helicopter cap from his dress-up trunk. He spun around and around and around and around and around, spinning faster and faster and faster and faster until he spun out of control. "Ouch!" cried Flip Flop as he flopped to the ground. "I feel very dizzy." That night it snowed. In the morning, Flip Flop was very excited. He had thought of another idea. He would build an airplane out of snow, a snowplane. Flip Flop was very pleased with himself as he climbed in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He waited for his snowplane to take off and waited and waited. "Oh dear," Flip Flop sighed as the sun came out and melted his snowplane. But it didn't matter. Flip Flop had another idea, a better idea. He got a balloon and tied a piece of string to it. The balloon floated upward, and so did Flip Flop. "I'm flying," said Flip Flop excitedly. "I am really flying." And he was, until, I wonder what's going to happen. Pop! Went the balloon. Flop! Went Flip Flop. Poor Flip Flop. "I am never going to fly," he cried. Polar Bear gave his friend a hug. "Come with me," he said. Oh, look at that nice friend, Polar Bear. Polar Bear gave Flip Flop a gentle push down their favorite slide. Whoosh! Flip Flop whizzed down the ice. That was fun. "Whee! I'm flying!" squealed Flip Flop. But then, splash! "Help!" cried Flip Flop as he crashed into the sea. It was very peaceful and quiet down there under the sea. There were lots of fish and other floaty things. "Wow," said Flip Flop. "This is just like flying." Flip Flop couldn't really fly, but that didn't matter because Flip Flop could swim. In fact, he could swim quite beautifully. The end. Little Flip Flop with the balloon. Thanks for joining me, friends.